Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to King's Quest 6. In case I have the manual, I think it's the right spot. I'm not going to read the whole thing for you guys, but... So anyways, let's start climbing. Sorry about making you wait. So I'm actually recording this the day before my King's Quest 3 playthrough starts. So the day before my birthday. This is how I'm spending my last day as being 34, I guess. I might finish this game today, we'll see. Because I really would like to start King's Quest 7, that would be fun. I know a lot of people don't like King's Quest 7, but... Oh, and by the way, when I say finish the game today, I don't mean, like, for you guys. You guys will still take a while. We're not at the last video, that's for sure, but I might finish recording it today. Okay, let's look at the wall here.
Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the cliff.
The Master of Language will, and it's supposed to be soar. So I have the alphabet decoder thing in here. So I'm going to find the correct letters, and hopefully I don't die.
The stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles as more steps emerge from the granite cliffs.
Aha! I did it. I'm using the manual from like all the King's Quest games because I actually have each game individually, but I also have I also got the games like all together, just because you can't play some of the ones. They are on like a floppy disk. Some of the earlier ones, so I got the entire like collection on CD. You can get them on Steam too, so, but I got this back before Steam was a thing. Okay, this one here is a riddle. Hopefully I can remember it. Okay.
Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the cliff.
Where's the riddle? Okay. 4 men standing in a row. Third from the left and and down you go. The rest in order move you on. The youngest, the oldest, the second son. Okay. Can I not look?
Nothing happens.
Okay, good. I just want to save just in case.
Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the cliff.
The third from the left and down you go, so we don't want to click on this one here. The rest in order move you on, and I don't know whether it's... You gotta do them in order, or just the rest in order, so that means... The youngest, the oldest, and the second son. I'm just gonna guess that... Youngest, oldest...
Nothing happens.
Huh.
Alexander
Youngest...
The stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles as more steps emerge from the granite cliffs.
I guess the youngest is on the right side. Okay. Cool, and we still have a few more of these to do. Okay, turn around. Let's look at this.
Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the cliff.
The Sacred Four. Okay, this takes a little bit of looking up. The Sacred Four emotion. Tranquility, the color azure, the creature, caterpillar, and the element of air. And each of the letters for the alphabet have one of those things attached to them. So I have to find those things. So we gotta do.
The stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles as more steps emerge from the granite cliffs.
And I think the next one. The next one's another alphabet one.
Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the cliff.
I think this is the last one. All silent cry the noble boulders. Okay, so this one here is ascend. If I'm not mistaken. I don't want to do it wrong. I know that's one of them, but... Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, that must be it. Okay. So then you just do it in order. So you want to make sure you click on the letters to spell ascend in the correct order. And the next one that's available to it.
The stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles as more steps emerge from the granite cliffs.
I think that's all until we reach the next major part coming up. I think we're going to be done now. But I still need the manual.
Alexander finds himself finally at the top of the cliffs. Exhausted, he steps over the lip of the plateau and stands.
Why do you make such an effort to climb the cliffs, young man? The winged ones who live on this island have the power of flight. You could have it too, if you'd only eat a berry from this magical flying nightshade bush. See? The sweet berries will make you float like a petal on the wind. Try some.
But who are you, matron?
Who cares? I mean, I am only a poor old woman who wishes you well, handsome stranger. Think of me as your grandmama, if you like.
The old woman has a pleasant grandmotherly face, but something about her makes Alexander uneasy.
Come, stranger, trust me. Think of what I'm offering you.
How can this plant give the power of flight?
Listen, son, I'll be happy to answer any questions you like, but only if you at least taste these delicious berries. Young man, you offend me. I try to help you and you insist on being rude. All right then, stay tied to the ground like a load of lead. See if I care. You human.
Odd. The old woman just disappeared in a cloud of smoke. Perhaps those berries are even more powerful than she led Alexander to believe.
Okay, so yeah, obviously you don't want to eat those berries. We kind of already sort of know that there's a strange person following us around. We probably already know who it is too. Do I have what I need? Yes, I need this, so... I'm gonna save again, now that we made it. Now, if for any reason you're up here and you realize, oh shoot, I forgot something, you can still go get it at this point. You just go down the cliffs, and I believe, like, once you go down here, it will just take you down to the very bottom right away, so you don't have all that stuff in between. I want to go in here, but I don't want to grab the berries.
Alexander crawls through the small opening in the rock.
Sorry, that's my chair.
Alexander finds himself in a dark cave.
Okay.
Alexander takes the candle from his tinderbox and uses the flint in the box to light it.
It doesn't really give off much more light. Like, you just see Alexander better and maybe a bit of the rocks. Yeah, I guess you can see the rocks a bit better, but not that well. But I guess you can see this little hole here, and that's where you need to go.
Alexander crawls through the opening in the rock. The lighting in this part of the cave is better. Alexander extinguishes the candle's flame and places it back in his pack. Alexander takes a few leaves from the plant. As he does so, a strong smell of peppermint is released. Ah!
Can we just go back through here?
Alexander crawls back into the first room of the cave. Alexander can't see a thing.
That's okay, because we're just going over here anyway.
Alexander crawls back through the passage to the top of the cliffs.
Okay. So we have a little cutscene coming up here. You might wonder what's in this door.
Huge doors are set into the solid rock of the mountain. The huge doors are locked tight. Somebody obviously wants to keep something out or something in.
Probably a bit of both. And we're gonna head up here now.
Look, an intruder! Hold! How did you get up here, human?
I climbed the cliffs.
That is not possible. No one has solved the cliffs of logic in several centuries. And if the cliffs were to be solved, it would certainly not be by a human.
I didn't mean to trespass. I only wanted to visit this beautiful island.
No visitors have been welcome on the Isle of the Sacred Mountain in years. Not since the Red and White Queens had spies in the guise of friendly visitors steal our island's sacred golden fleece. But we will not display such foolish trust again. You will have to answer to Lord Azure and Lady Ariel. They will determine what will be done with you. I can assure you, it will not be pleasant.
With what trickery did you master the cliffs of logic and reach the city of the Winged Ones?
Only the magic of clear thought, my lord. I meant no harm.
The cliffs of logic. It is the sacred oracle's prophecy, Azure.
Yes, Ariel. It is lucky for you, human, that climbing the cliffs of logic is part of a prophecy that I cannot ignore. We have just been ordered by Wazir Al-Hazred himself to dispose of any strangers that might land on our fair isle. But the prophecy would have a different fate befall you.
The prophecy predicts that whosoever climbs the cliffs of logic will defeat the Minotaur. The Minotaur has violated our sacred catacombs and eats our young in sacrifice. Our own daughter, Lady Celeste, was taken there only this morning as his most recently demanded offering.
A dilemma, then. Whom shall I obey in regards to your fate? The Oracle or the Crown? But since Alhazred did not dictate how I was to dispose of intruders, and since you cannot possibly survive the catacombs, your imprisonment there should serve both purposes quite admirably.
I will not resist you in this, my lord. I shall do my best to save your daughter.
First, I must tell you that the catacombs are a labyrinth of rooms, a place of exceeding danger. You will need many tools and clear wits to survive it.
I am ready.
Very well. My guards will take you there now. You seem courageous enough, but the catacombs will determine how brave you really are.
Why did you tell Lord Azure you were ready and willing to face the catacombs? No one is ever ready, and only a fool could be willing.
And you are far wiser, I suppose, to leave a maiden to die? To not fight this plague on your own people?
Bravery and suicide are two different things, human. You will have a chance to renounce your choice soon enough, when you lay trembling under the Minotaur's hooves.
We shall see. Thanks for the escort.
We only escort you to your death. May the fates make it quick so that you do not have to scream long.
The catacomb's entrance door is locked from the outside by the Winged One's guards. It seems that leaving the catacombs by that door is not an option. The floor of the catacombs, like the walls, is comprised of massive stone tiles. It feels cold and hard beneath Alexander's feet.
Yay! I muted myself and then didn't unmute myself. So I'm back. So yeah.
The remains of several unfortunate souls haunt the room. These bones seem more recent than the ancient catacomb bones that Alexander has seen so far. Perhaps they were victims of the Minotaur, or perhaps they died while wandering lost in the maze. 3 of the skeletons are completely intact.
Okay, well what we need is the skull. So grab the skull.
Alexander picks up the skull.
Now, as I was saying down in the screen, which you guys are probably wondering why I was moving my mouse around, but down here is where you die, so you don't want to go down. So go back over. Okay, go over twice. And go up. And over again, and I need my other little book. Because I gotta tell you the little poem that we have here. So the little poem is 3 roses laid upon the bower, a scythe for he who cuts the flower, a crown, a dove, a noble race. Thy bones make sacred this dread place. Okay, so that's kind of your hint as to how you're going to do it. So we got to do 3 roses. So we can only do that this way. I don't know, you could probably go here, here, and here, but God, it's better to do it that way. A scythe. Who cuts the flower? I don't think that is mattered. A crown, a dove, and a noble race. Oh, a crown, a dove, most noble race. Okay, so a crown, a dove, and then the final is thy bones make sacred this dread place. So you go on the skull and crossbones. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, you can. I guess you can look. I think each tile you can look at.
An image of a rose has been carved into that tile. A carving of a scythe adorns that tile. That tile bears an engraving of a crown. That tile bears the image of a dove. That tile is engraved with a skull and crossbones.
Okay, so that's how you can get around. If you can't see too well, just use that. And just follow that poem and you'll be fine. Okay, so we made it through there. So we did the tile puzzle, so we're gonna go up.
An old wooden shield hangs on the wall.
Okay. We want to grab that.
Alexander takes the shield from the wall.
And we're gonna go up as far as we can go.
Alexander hears the distant sounds of a wild animal somewhere in the maze of rooms.
Did you see the little glow there?
Niches in the wall form stone burial beds. Ancient bones lie crumbling on the unyielding rock. Alexander notices that this skeleton has old coins over its eyes. Alexander finds 2 coins on the skeleton's eyes. He takes the old coins.
Okay. So you need to make sure by this point you have the skull, the coins, and the shield before you continue on into the room that we're heading to next. Oops, down, please.
Alexander hears a low growling, so faint as to seem born of his fired imagination rather than of any living creature.
Try not to click through those things. They're hard to do sometimes.
It's a trap. The doors have sealed Alexander inside. And the ceiling is coming down. The ceiling is grinding down with methodical determination, heedless of the human in its path. The gears are working furiously to lower the ceiling. Their great cogs interlock perfectly. Both exits from this room have been sealed shut by sliding panels. Alexander is trapped.
Okay. So remember I said you needed to have the brick? This is what you need it for.
In a desperate move, Alexander throws a brick into the grinding gears. The brick is caught between 2 cogs. The gears shriek and shudder. The mechanism grinds to a halt. The ceiling is stuck. The trap is sprung.
Yay! Go to that room. We're gonna head up once we get here. And over to this room.
Sounds! A trap floor!
Alexander seems to have fallen to a lower level of the catacombs. Wherever he is, the place sure is dark. Alexander can't even see his hand in front of his face.
Okay, so we have the tinderbox, so let's light that.
Alexander takes the candle from his tinderbox and uses the flint in the box to light it.
Aha! So that's why it's dark in here. A torch is out.
Alexander lights the extinguished torch and puts his tinderbox away.
Now, before you fall down, you want to have made sure that you got all the things from up there. Because in this area, you don't really gather stuff, but you do have to get somewhere specific. If we keep going this way, the first one we see to go down, we don't go down.
Somewhere, far off into the catacombs, the sounds of hooves faintly echo.
But the next one, we're gonna go down. Down here. Down.
Alexander hears the sound of a wild beast again, this time so loud that the creature itself seems to be in the same room with him. The noises are coming from the other side of the east wall.
How can we see through that wall, maybe? See what's on the other side? Maybe with the hole in the wall?
Alexander puts the hole in the wall on the east wall. The hole in the wall trembles slightly with dread at the clammy feeling of the stones.
Let's look through.
Alexander peers through the hole in the wall and sees just another room in the catacombs. Aha! Not just another room at all. So that's why Alexander couldn't find the Minotaur's lair. At least Alexander now knows the lair exists, somewhere in the maze on the other side of this wall. While Alexander contemplates what he's just seen, the hole in the wall, frightened by the Minotaur, makes a run for it. Alexander hopes the little creature finds its way home to the Isle of Wonder.
Okay. So now we leave this area. And my favorite way of going, there's a few different ways you can go, but my favorite way of going is to keep going left as far as you can go. And then go down. Oops, not quite as far as you can go, sorry. As soon as you can go down, that's where you go. And down as far as you go, and then you just sort of follow this along. Oops, come on, please go down. When we can go this way, we go this way, and then go up. Over. And then up. And up. And here we are. And, so yeah. Let's do this part.
This tapestry looks familiar. Now let's see. I don't feel anything. Aha! A hidden latch.
Alexander triggers the little latch. A secret door rolls open.
Let's do it.
No! I beg of you! Please don't hurt me!
Your struggles are useless.
It's the Minotaur, and he's struggling with a Winged One's girl. She must be Lady Celeste.
Excuse me. I demand the release of that maiden this instant, you fiend.
Lady Celeste looks wildly around the room for the source of the strange voice, and spots Alexander.
You there! Human! Help me! Help!
Who dares enter my lair?
I ask you to release your captive or suffer the consequences.
Never. You die, human.
As the Minotaur advances in attack, Alexander slowly backs away. Until he can back away no more.
Now where to, little man?
Alexander, his back inches from the fiery pit, tempts the Minotaur with the Red Queen's scarf.
Look here, you bully. Nice, bright red.
Red. Now you die.
The Minotaur drops from sight amidst the consuming flames. Slowly, his scream fades as well.
Have you been harmed, Lady Celeste? Are you all right?
No, I am not all right. I assume you do not intend to leave me tied up on this vile monstrosity.
Of course not. Sorry, let's see. If you'll give me a moment, I'll have these untied in no time.
I can't wait that long. Look, I wear a small dagger just inside my belt. It should be enough to cut the rope.
Oh, all right. I've got it, Lady Celeste. Here we go.
Thank you. You may keep the dagger as a gift for saving my life.
That's very generous.
Forget it. Do you mind if we just get out of here now?
The Winged One's guards, bored with the pointless waiting, are startled by the sound of rock moving against rock.
Lady Celeste, bide thee well.
I'm quite well, thanks to the bravery of a mere human. So much for your superior intellect.
Yes, milady.
Now bring him along. I'm going home.
I see you have proven yourself the hero of the prophecy. Well, I am expected to thank you for saving my daughter's life, so I thank you. I am obliged to thank you for the restoration of our sacred catacombs. It means much to our people. We have already begun the process of clearing the deadly traps from its rooms. It is also my duty to grant you a visit with the Oracle, so this I do. I will grant you the freedom to leave here unharmed, despite my orders to the contrary from the Crown. But there, my obligations to you end. I have no love for Alhazred, but he is my liege, and if Princess Cassima trusts him and wishes to wed him, my guards will take you to the Oracle now. When your time with her is through, I want you to leave the City of the Winged Ones and never return. I don't know who you are or what you want here, but I will not disobey my crown further.
I thank you, Lord Azure. I will respect your wishes.
Hail to thee, great oracle. Lord Azure sends you this wingless mail. It appears that he solved the cliffs of logic and...
defeated the Minotaur in his lair. So I have seen. So this is the one that haunts my pool of late. Welcome, young seeker. What knowledge do you desire?
Princess Cassima, whatever you can tell me, great oracle.
Ah, of course, the princess. That explains my images. Let us see what we can see. I see a maiden, lovely and pure, but surrounded by evil. She's a rose set amidst bitter thorns. It is her fate to be the pawn of dark powers, and yours to try to redeem her.
How? How do I redeem her?
Fate is not like the cut of a blade, young one, but rather like the myriad of paths formed when a hammer cracks ice. I will tell you what I can, but what will actually come to pass is up to you. I see that any attempt to reach the girl will force you into battle, a struggle against a dark force. If you lose, your life will be forfeit.
Who must I fight?
A great darkness surrounds your adversary, preventing me from seeing clearly. I can only make out the shape of a black cloak. But before this final struggle, I see an infiltration, a dangerous game of hide-and-seek in corridors filled filled with enemies. The risks are high, but it is the only way to reach the one you seek. There is more than one way into this place. Your choice will dictate much.
What else do you see, mighty Oracle?
Oh, such pain. I see two restless spirits crying out for revenge. These shades could help you destroy the dark force if they were to be brought back from their spiritual form. Yet this is only one possible path to your destiny. I'm afraid this is getting beyond me. I know very little about the afterlife. I can only advise getting counsel from the druids. Be warned. The druids are reclusive and dangerous. They might aid you, or they might destroy you. Like their island, the druid's nature is hidden in the mists. There is nothing more I can do for you, except to give you this. It is water from the sacred pool. That and my blessing go with you.
Thank you, great Oracle.
So, we are back. And we're back actually where we started this video. We ended right where we're starting off. But this time we don't need to go back up there again, as you guys probably already know. We got a few new things during this video, so we got the skull, the dagger, the coins. We got some mint. And we got a shield. We got some water. That's about it for this video. So, I will see you guys in the next video. See you later. Bye-bye.